are streaming. We're doing a Wild Friday stream late in the afternoon. Right, so I apologize for not streaming in a while. I had some personal things going on, as well as my monitor broke. that's the big one. My monitor broke. As you can see, I'm closer to the webcam. I'm closer to see every no. No, I practiced that joke a couple of times and still can't fucking do it. But yeah, no pre-stream today, unfortunately. But we will. We'll be so. All right, so we're gonna be doing something for you guys, for the viewers. We're gonna be developing a chatbot. We're gonna be developing an IRC client specifically in Golang right now, for a chatbot. And that's just because, like, fucking right. All right, so the philosophy behind it is, yes, I could just download the Streamlabs Streambot. Yes, I could just do that. But I am a programmer. I want to do this all by myself, and I want to have more or less complete control over what I build, and that's why I'm kind of doing this by myself. So, with that being said, let's launch VS Code for right now. Let's also finish creating our meta.toml. I'm sorry, I'm all over the place. Is our bullock spot. And this just helps, like, when you're sort of, like, when you leave a project for a while and you want to come back to it after, like, years, months, days, whatever, weeks, you could just look at the meta.toml and know, oh, okay, that's what this project is. You know, even if you name, like, your folders, like, fucking numbers or whatever. I've seen that. I have actually seen that. Right, okay. So, what we're going to do is we're going to do, see, bullock spot, author is, name is me. And we're going to do, description is, Twitch chatbot coded live. Sure. And project version. And because we haven't tagged any versions yet, it's just minor 1. It's just one version. Let's see. Okay, so we got project, and then we're gonna do commands. Script is been build. Script is been build. Build is equal to bin compile. And run is equal to bin run. Meta. And it's gonna run, don't worry. And we're gonna get some output in a minute. There we go, okay. I think it was like Go warming up the caches, as well as Kata is a little bit slow. So this should be a little bit faster. Yeah, okay, so that was a little bit faster. But it is a concurrent build, you know. So let's see. What else do I want to do? Okay, so URLs. URLs, right? Or paths. I guess I could do paths. Environment is .env. And we're gonna do paths. What else should we add to the meta? I don't know. We can figure this out later. But yeah, okay. So dot load file names, and we're gonna do var or const, I guess. Yeah, this can be constant. Oops, if I could spell correctly. Const environment name is equal to environment file name, which is a string. Oh yeah, I'm not in C. I've been programming a little bit in C. Environment file name dot env environment file name. And does this, what does this return? This returns an error. Okay. I guess I can make a function for this. Yeah, let's do func load environment file. Yeah, let's do file. And we're gonna pass in a path for shits. And this is gonna return, what is this going to return? I guess a mapping. Collections, mapping of a string to another string. And we're gonna say var result is equal to results is equal to yeah, okay, so collections map of a string to a string, which is equal to collections.new map string. A lot of boilerplate, but that's what we're doing. Okay. And then we're gonna say results, or no, we're gonna do go.env Marshall. Parse read. Right. That's interesting. Okay. Read your file and load them into the environment. For this process, call the function of the closest start of the call. I'm gonna call you, otherwise tell it there can be more than one, like file one, file two, right, okay. Oh. Okay. So var load error, which is an error, and is equal to that. File dot string let's go mod tidy. Whoops, that would spell, that'd be amazing. Come on. Alright, cool. File string. And oh, mapping, because this is a pointer. Okay, and then I can actually make that like this for right now. Alright, so results. Right, result, oh, if, got to do error checking. Load error does not equal nil. We're going to panic. Load error. It doesn't really, like, you don't need to propagate that error. It's fine. Yeah, and then results dot insert. How do we get the key? Oh yeah, OS. Right? Or no. Okay. Okay, and then map var raw is a map string to string and is equal to go.env.exec load marshal overload parse map of keys and values. Oh, okay, here we go. So if not file dot exists, and we're gonna panic with a file or with a named exception file not found error, %s single quotes does not exist. There we go. And then we're gonna say, so okay, so if the file doesn't exist, that's that, right? Yeah. And then what I'm gonna do is load everything into the environment. Okay, all right. Marshal, is it Marshal? Environment map string error. So each line is in the format key where value is back or outputs the given environment as a .env formatted environment file. os.environ lists key. Oh, fuck off. So we're gonna do dot go.env.exec file names load marshal overload parse read. Is it read? Yeah, and then I don't have to do this. Okay. Dot read. Okay, so let's do that and var read error, which is an error, and we do raw read error is equal to go.env read file names file string, and we're going to if read error does not is not nil, we're gonna say that are we gonna panic on read error, or we're gonna panic on a named except whoopsie a named exception of OS error, and we're gonna say read error. That error. There we go. Okay. And then for var key value string for key value in the range of raw results dot insert key value. And return result. There you go. All right. So now we're going to say var of environment right, var environment, and I'm going to say environment. Yeah. Which is a collections mapping of a string to a string and is equal to load environment, and we're going to say path from parts. We're going to say it's in this file, or no. We're going to say path from environment file name. Less cycles that I have to do on the CPU. A little bit faster. Then we're gonna say fmt print line environment dot at. Oh, okay. So we're gonna say must environment at Twitch token, and we're gonna go to our full screen just so I don't leak my Twitch token. Yeah, we're gonna do bin compile and bin run. Oh, okay, so go mod tidy, and there we go. Is that right? What is at? Oh, okay. So I have to dereference. Okay. That's fine. Okay. All right. Make sure nothing's on the screen. Okay. Back to our desktop. So we're gonna say that is our Twitch token, which is a string and is equal to token key, which is equal to that, and then we're gonna say or no, wait, yeah, I'll get it eventually. Say Twitch token key, and just so that just loads the environment programmatically. Oh, okay, and then file, because it's already right, and we're not gonna do that. But this builds bin compile, correct? Okay, and then meta builds. Yep, that runs. Okay, all good in the hood. Awesome. Okay, so now we are almost 30 minutes in, and we've just started the environment. Okay. Ignore these. This was my research. Where was I? So we're gonna do Twitch API doc. Yeah, Twitch API docs. Okay, so let's see here. Because I know, right? Okay, so I did do a little research before, and this is essentially what we have to do. We have to get a URL to this IRC. We also have to do the keywords, right? So I'm gonna say, okay, so it's what, Twitch send, Twitch IRC keywords, I guess. There we go. Okay. So that's what I want to do, right? Okay, and then we're gonna do. Why is there a red line here? Oh, okay, yeah, that's right. Environment. There we go. And then we're gonna do. How should we call this? Should we call this spot source internal? Let's do internal. There we go. And let's FMC print line hello world. And what I'm gonna do is I'm then going to do is it command? Yeah. What we're gonna do is do CMD and then right, is this internal? I'm gonna, you know what? I'm gonna call this models. Services. Yeah? Yeah. Okay. I'm welcome to any suggestions in chat. Read error. Why is this redlining? No non-constant format string in call to. Yeah. Okay. Do I have to %s? Okay. I guess just to shut up the compiler. Right. Okay. So we're gonna move main.go into CMD. Yes. And in build, we now have to do compile, and I'm gonna say const char build folder build and const char target folder. Good. There we go. All right, and then we're gonna do %s, and that's gonna be, I could pretty much do relative. So it is build folder, right? Or no, that's target folder. Target folder. And build folder. There we go. And that should be fine. And then in run, we're gonna do %s. Gonna make that relative. Whoops, not a dot. Const char target folder. Is bin. There we go. And let's say target folder. That should be fine. And we're going to been built, and just making sure that I'm not leaking anything, because it's a pain in the ass to refresh. I hope I remember how to refresh. I am going to eventually on stream make a script to refresh, which is going to be a hell of a lot of a sensor. Holy shit, you know? Alright, let's do it. Cannot run build main.go is not in. Do I have to do absolutes? Okay. Let's do absolutes then. Yeah, shut up. Go build. Oh! That's why, because I'm a dumbass. Because it's not build, it's command. CMD. That's why. As well as I am gonna try and just do relatives. Okay. All right. We got a working program. Awesome. There we go. Okay. All right. Let's go back to main. Let's see. Load environment. Right. Okay. So then what I have to do is then use these, correct? Caprec, copy, and we're gonna do models. We're gonna say keywords. Keyword? Yeah, keyword. Type keyword. Do we want to make it a string enum or a regular enum? Let's make it a string enum. There we go. Okay. And we're gonna do const. This shit. I see. Alright, so we have pass. Nick. Join. Part. Priv message. And caprec. And then we're going to Golangify these. Control-P. Pascal case. Transform to camel case. No, not what I wanted. Okay. Shift P to lowercase and then to camel case. Oh, fair enough. Okay, yeah. Do I have the wrong case again? Pascal case? Yeah. Okay. Okay. Which is a keyword. A keyword. A keyword. It is also a keyword. Dude, that's a keyword. I'm streaming. That is a keyword. Sorry. Alright, so that's a keyword. And then we have, I'm gonna say message. I'm gonna say message. And then we're gonna give these actual like names. Leave authenticate or right join, yeah. Name and request. Okay. I'm sorry for the interruption. Okay, so let's do that, and then we have, or no, wait, hold on. So before I give these names, right? We're gonna do a little bit of magic here, a little bit of key magic. A little bit of key magic. Control C. And D, Control Shift P to uppercase. And there we go. Authenticate. Name. Join is fine. Leave. Message. Request. Let's try that. Okay. All right. There we go. Right, okay. So, we're going to try and connect to Twitch here. So, what I'm going to do is we have our environment. Have our environment, and the environment, let's see, alright. So, what I have to do is essentially, I have to create a WebSocket and get to this URL. So, let's look at WebSockets. Golang WebSockets. Net WebSocket. Golang WebSocket. Let's peruse Reddit like fucking degenerates. Production. I'm just scanning these. I'm not really. Let's see what Google's AI has to say. Industry standard. Recommended for new projects. This is an industry. Okay. I want to use the industry standard. So let's use the Gorilla WebSocket. Alright, Gorilla WebSocket. Let's see. Chat reference. Any docs? Any documentations? Okay. The WebSocket protocol. Alright. Like, WebSockets are one of those things that you really don't want to, like, implement yourself. Because it's just, like, so fucking complicated. Alright, I guess I'll look at these documentations then. Upgrade. What does upgrader do? Right, so bottom line, I think I need a connection. Because again, I did do a little research, and like, we need a connection. That's as far as I got, by the way. Just letting you know, at getting a connection. Let's see. So we're gonna go to let's see. Not in CMD, in models. Let's do IRC? Yeah, let's create an IRC package. And let's do irc.go. Package IRC type IRC, which is a struct, and it's going to do WebSocket. Let's use the Gorilla WebSocket. Connection WebSocket dot connection dot con. Yeah, and then we'll do func new, I guess connection. How do we get URL request? Okay, so let's make do it. Okay, that can stay as a thing for now. Should I do like http.go or dot not go, http dot get? Should I do that? Should I do like a get request? No. Does Go have like a specific like URL package? It does. The URL, it has a type. Okay, dot new. Join path to parse. Join path to parse. I think parse. Yeah. Okay, alright, so here's what we're gonna do. Another function. URL. Or no, right, yeah, URL parse. Let's just say that for now. And that's gonna get a URL as a string. Or no, right? Yeah. Yeah. Right? Or no. Because we can't call that. That shadows the package name that we're using. Raw? Let's just call it raw for right now. And that's going to return us a URL. Or no, this is going to be a read-only URL. So what we're going to do is var parse error, and var results is URL. There we go. And we're gonna say results, and parse error is equal to URL parse raw. If parse error does not equal nil, panic. Named exception. Index? No. What is... Let's see. Error. Let's see. Arithmetic error. I just want to see what. Okay, so we have assertion, lookup error. Well, I guess lookup error, right? Yeah. Here, okay, so what does the documentation say? So if this cut strings cut error part, okay, so it's a parse error. Fair enough. I'm just thinking how we get a fucking WebSocket connection from a URL. Let's see. Okay, so URL. Key error, IO error. From a process lookup time run. Yeah, I guess I'll just use a runtime error. Yeah. Runtime error, which will be parse. I guess I have to do this now. Parse error dot error. Oh, and I also have to do a new line, I think. Right? Yeah, I have to do a new line. Because if you look at exceptions, it doesn't add a new line anywhere. So we gotta add that new line ourselves. Which sucks, but whatever. It is what it is. Yeah, okay. So, then we're gonna say Okay, so it's parsed, and then we're gonna return the results. That way it's read-only. Right, so we're gonna say var parsed URL, sure, which is a URL, and is equal to URL parse raw string. I included the string. This is from the documentation. This is from Twitch's documentation. Like if you go to Twitch IRC URI or something like that, IRC concepts, like you get it right here. Right. And I think I have to include WSS because we're using WebSockets. There you go. Okay. And we're going to print print line parsed URL host path. Raw query scheme host name parse, we already did that, port string, I guess, sure. Bin compile and bin run. Come on. There we go. Okay. All right. So getting a WebSocket from a URL going. Dialer. Okay. Oh, scheme. That's what that is. So if I say scheme, right? Okay. Variable to string is not a function. Oh, sorry. But if I just compile and run this, okay, so it does parse that we're using that scheme. Good. Okay. Host path. Okay. Dialer. Okay. So let's go to our IRC connection, and let's see. Do we want to do a URL? This is string, and then this is going to return a new IRC, right? And then we're gonna do a private function IRC. Right, and then this is going to be dial, and we're just going to see here, yeah, we're going to do something else here. Dial, we're going to panic here, so URL, right, or action dial. Oh, okay, so this takes a URL. Returns. Come on. Okay, go mod tidy. There we go. And okay, so we have a URL string and a request header. I'm gonna keep that null because I don't know what that is. A WebSocket connection, an HTTP response, and an error. Ooh. Okay, var connection WebSocket was web, right? Yeah. Socket.con and var dial error. And this is connection. This is education connection. Remember those commercials? I just triggered a lot of nostalgia for a lot of people. There you go. And dial error. We're just gonna panic for now. Polytools named exception. Runtime error. Send S new line. Whoops. Dial error. There we go. Dot error. For connection. Right, do we want to close the connection? Oh, no, wait, whoa. No, we do not. Ah. Okay, and then we're going to say WebSocket connection. And return connection. And then we want to do func IRC. Right? Oh, yeah, no, we don't want to return anything. Because then we want to say IRC connection is connection. There we go. Or I guess, yeah, sure, I'll do a pointer. I don't know. IRC pointer, IRC, right? Because connection close, is that a pointer? Yeah, that is. Okay, so we do need a pointer. Interior mutability. Close. Actually, that's going to be a public method, and it's not going to return anything. Well, I don't know. Maybe it'll return go polytools exception, and we're going to say var close error. Whoops. Is an error, which is IRC connection close if close or no, and then we're gonna return. Should I? Yeah, we're gonna return IRC, right? Because if it's nil, yeah, okay. So no, if close error is equal to nil, return nil. No, that's a success. Right, yeah. So if close error does not equal nil, return polytools dot named exception, and we're gonna say this is a point cow. And the reason we return a pointer is because go polytools.exception, if we look at it, implements the error interface, the default error interface in Golang. So when you return a pointer, you can literally just do var error, or I guess error is equal to irc.close, right? Which is this function here. So that's why we return a pointer. Runtime error, and this is going to be again a %s new line and close error dot error. Else we will return nil. Okay, that's all good. And then we're gonna say var irc is a pointer to IRC is equal to new IRC, and we're going to say IRC dial URL return IRC. There you go. Nice clean dialing. And then if we want to factor this out, should I? Wait a second. Oh, no, yeah, I kind of do need it. Yeah, well, do I? Let's do that for now until, like, it's, like, we can't read that, yeah. Or until it gets, like, obvious that we don't need it. You know what I mean? Okay, so we have dial, close. Let's see, here we go. So we have dial, close. Now what I can do is create our new IRC client. So var IRC is IRC .irc, which is irc.new, and it's the parsed URL string. There we go, and we're gonna for IRC close. Right, okay, and then we're gonna compile and run and see if everything works. Everything works, and we're not printing anything, so that's good. Your request as the URL that we can knock off the to-do list. Create a WebSocket. Done. Write a message. I think we're gonna do read a message before write, because that's easier. Right, okay, so let's do... Oh, so, okay, so the connection can just write a message. I see. And read a message. It just has... Ew. Okay, fair enough. Alright. Let's see. I'm trying to think how I want to... Yeah, okay, so let's start thinking about... let's start thinking about concurrency at the moment. So let's do func. Let's do func IRC. Right, or no, write concurrent, which is going to be, I'm take in a message, string, a channel, just going to take in, I guess, an error. What does write return? An error. Okay, oh, a message is a thing of bytes. Ooh, okay. And we're gonna say a error channel, which is a channel, which is a write-only channel of an error. I think that's good. So we're gonna do var error, or no, var write reader. Oh, I guess, okay, yeah, maybe it doesn't matter which one, and I like the look of that, so we're gonna do that. Write concurrent, yeah, okay, so error, maybe I can make this, yeah, so I'm gonna show you something, right? So then we have, GitHub, not lib, but yeah, okay. In my Go Polytils public repository, if you want to check it out, I have archive. Is it in here? It should be in here. Validate, create concurrent. No, I think it's in compress. Yeah, it's in compress. And alright, so I just sent link in chat if anyone wants to check this out. We're gonna do Right, okay, so I have a run concurrent function. And what that does is it takes in a function that has the signature of the concurrent functions here to each do both operations. So you have, so then you can just run the concurrent, because it's essentially the same thing, right? Yeah. So I think I'm going to do that same concept where it's run. Actually, you know what? I can just kind of copy and paste here. There we go. And I promise everything we do here will be on GitHub. I will post the link to the... it'll be done on GitHub within the... I think the weekend. Probably the weekend. Yeah. Yeah. So we're going to do that, and then we're going to do error channel. That's the only channel I need, right? Because read... take the... Where we... read... Gets a message. Fuck. Oh, well, okay. Alright, well, then I guess... Whoopsie. Then I guess we'll just say the error channel is nil for right now. It's a little bit of overhead, but I like how that's done. Okay. And then what we're gonna do... What are we gonna do? Is we're gonna do results channel of results channel, or yeah, okay, so result channel shen read only of read only. Hold on, I'm getting a phone call. Give me 1 second. Result of, I guess, yeah, bytes. Yeah, bytes, okay. Maybe I should add a utility like that, you know? Yeah. And this is gonna be just an error for right now. ARROR. Like, maybe I should make this a utility and kind of generalize it. You know? We'll figure it out. Yeah. Where was I? Oh, yeah, okay, so this, what we do here will be on the GitHub. GitHub's linked in my, channels about page on Twitch, and it'll be in the description of the VOD on the YouTube channel. The VOD channel is also in the about page on Twitch, so if you want to check that out. Let's see. Okay, so we're gonna do, right, is that caller channel? So this is gonna be error, because we're not really, and this is an error. Yeah, and then write concurrent. It's going to be, well, I don't know. Maybe should I? No. Yeah, let's do this. Okay, so I'm gonna say write error, which is an error. And is equal to, oh, yeah, and then defer, close result channel, and defer, close error channel. And we're going to say right error is, oh, I need the connection, shit. Okay, well, ignore me. Yeah, ignore this. This was a good idea, but I just realized I need the connection. God damn it. Alright. Connection, which begs the question, should this not just be a part of the IRC structure? Nah. That's a pointer. is connection dot write JSON. Ooh, write message. Okay. Message type. Okay. WebSocket text message. Sure. And then the message. And we're gonna say the results channel nil. We're just gonna say nil for right now, because we're not using the result channel, so we could just immediately say nil. Or let's do that down there, and then the error channel takes in the right error. Actually, what I could do is inline this. Like that. Yep, I like that. Okay. And then we can do func, IRC, yeah, because we need the exact memory. Okay, so we're gonna do a pointer. Doesn't necessarily need to be a pointer, but we're gonna do that for right now. Write is what is it gonna do? Oh yeah, message, which is a string. We're gonna take a string for right now, and then we'll convert it to bytes, and we're gonna do ego palette exception. Right, and then let's see. Yeah, okay. So I want to do this essentially. Whoops. Nope, did not mean to do that. Okay, and caller. Now we're going to say write concurrent. And we have IRC connection message. Oopsie. AGE. And it doesn't need the content. There's a byte channel there. Yeah, and I don't need the result channel now. Because we're not doing, like, functional shit, you know? So, yeah. Which begs the question, do I even... Yeah, just make it clean. Sure, why not? And we're gonna do error channel. Just keep everything nice and tidy. Message. Oh yeah, okay. And then byte, slice of bytes. Of bytes. Message. There we go. Okay. And then we're gonna return accept, and it does not need results. Doesn't need a byte channel for right now. Oh, and then return that named exception runtime error, which is %s new line accepts error. There we go. All right. So we can write messages now. Okay, that's great. I guess the best way to test this... Can I test this? I have to read shit now, don't I? Yeah. Alright, so let's copy and paste. You know, because fuck dry. I want to be dry, I really do. Like, I don't want to repeat myself, but... kind of have to. Read concurrent... read, and then we're going to say... this is a results channel, a slice of bytes, and an result channel. Result channel is .read message. Oh, that, okay, so I can't inline this, unfortunately. Yeah. Alright, so what does this return? The message type, the bytes, and an error. Actually, I'm reading from that. Read. Okay, yeah, so we're just going to do read message for right now. Okay, so var result, which is a slice of bytes, results, and then var read error. It's an error. And we got message type. We don't need result, and then read error are equal to that, and the read message, does it not? Yeah, it doesn't take anything. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess I do need an error channel then. Error channel. Say write only channel of errors. Oops. And we're gonna do if no, yeah, we're just gonna do result channel and error channel. We're just gonna do result channel, results, and error channel, read error. There we go. All right, and then read error channel, result channel is a channel of a slice of byte, and is equal to make channel of a slice of byte. We're only making one request, so we only need one buffer on it. Which implies, so the connection result channel, yeah, there we go, and then var result, which is a slice of byte, is equal to, we're going to read from that result channel, and this is either going to return a string or an error. If accept does not equal nil, then we're going to return this. Else we're going to return result. We're going to return the string of results and nil. There we go. All right. We can now read and write. So, what I am now going to do is we have our IRC, and we're going to say IRC dot write. This is where we need the environment, and environment. Right, we're gonna do var token, which is a string, and is equal to go polutils must dereference that because it returns a pointer. Must environment at Twitch token key. And then this needs to be sent. This needs to be sent. Is it like pass or is it right? Okay, so let's see. Twitch send pass. Unencrypted text. Yeah, blah 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 blah. Over your socket. Oh, okay. So it's just. Oh. Alright, fair enough. Right, and we're gonna say this is the string buff, string builder. Right. Let's see. Right. Well, yeah, okay. I guess fmt sprintf is we're gonna do %s space %s. Is that right? Which is models authenticate token. And then we're gonna IRC.read. Right? Okay, so does read need a message? No, it doesn't. Yeah. And that, yeah, that doesn't change a single thing. The read. Let's see if this works. Invalid memory address, or let's go at 48. Okay. No pointer dereference. IRC.write. Ooh, okay. Alright. Let's see. So, write concurrent. Pass keyword. This is the primary concern. Right, okay. Current RC connection of a byte message connection dot write and close the connection. What am I doing here? Okay, so read concurrent is gonna read. Is it because it's blocking? At 48, right? Okay. Okay. Var accepts, which is a go polutils dot exception. If accept does not equal nil, panic accepts. Valid memory address or nil. Okay, FMT print line dot exit one. Because I don't want to panic at the moment. Or because I want to see what the initial thing is before the panic. Nope, that's just a... Okay, so runtime... What? Okay, right. Right, so 48 is right concurrent message, error channel. Oh, okay, maybe maybe I do have to. So if accept does not equal nil, maybe I do have to do this because it's, yeah. Okay, well, you live and you learn. Else return nil. See if that helps at all. It might. Come on. It's gonna block somehow. I had a working model of this. I'm thinking of just going to the working model. You know what I mean? So here, this is what I'm gonna do. Is I'm just gonna look at, is it in refactor? It is in refactor. So we're gonna go, just so that I don't leak anything, I'm just gonna check real quick. Make sure I don't leak nothing. And make sure I don't leak nothing. Right, okay, no, okay, I don't leak anything in this file. We're gonna connect, right? So connect dials. Right, okay, so connect dials. And then we write. What are we writing? Okay. Alright. I'll let you guys see this. So I'm just looking at writing. It writes a text message and then has... So this is just... Yeah. This is just my scratch work, honestly. And it's a working model. It works. It's just shit. Yeah. Okay, so I just have to infinitely read. Is that it? I think that might be it. Okay. Alright, great. So we're going to go back to our bollock spot, and I think I just have to infinitely read. Right, Oh, well, that's another thing, is I'm not printing anything. We've all been there. Go politils must IRC read. See if that works. Okay, so let's try a for loop inside a go routine. That gets infinitely called. Let's see. WebSocket close. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Right? Because what I'm doing is I'm sending the nickname. I'm connecting. Pretty sure that's fine. Oh, I forgot to do a for loop. Because, you know, professional programmer. Nope. Alright, how about just a for loop? Just do this. No, it isn't printing anything. It's fine. Okay, I just want to see if this succeeds or not. I mean, I guess it does, because there's no... Yeah. Yeah. Here, okay, so let's go back to our scratch here. Let's see, so client connect, right, get env, pass. Right, because authenticate, if we go back, yeah. Is there any Twitch activity? No. If we go back to... file, new window, open recent, refactor. If we go here, welcome. Oh, we want to do bullock spot. Sorry, my bad. Alright, so let's see. We got a Twitch token. We write the password. If it fails, we fail. Right. And in new, we dial. Yeah. And in connect, we're just dialing. Fair enough. Okay, so then we have main environment at, we get the right Twitch token key, right? Yeah. And that'll panic, so we know that that's working. And then authenticate is pass, correct? FMT print line sent password. I don't know. Is that gonna print? Pretty sure it is. Yeah. Okay, so that's gonna print. Panic. We can go back to panic, except. Right, okay. And then, right, so IRC, so read, we're just getting a connection. Right. Okay, yeah, maybe. Yeah, okay. And we'll say factor, let's see, and then we'll say accept is equal to IRC dot write fmt s printf %s of name, model's name, and that will be bullock spot. I should mark this for profanity. That's funny. If accept does not equal nil, we're gonna panic. I'm gonna read. Login authentication failed. Ooh, that's not good. Yeah. I think I might have to make a new, yeah, so I'm gonna, let's see, I'm going to make a new token real quick, because I think that might be le problème. I'm on full, yeah, I'm on full screen, just making sure, yeah, I just don't want to leak anything. Okay. So we are going to make client access authorize. Fuck that. Okay. Login authentication failed. You know what? Actually, before I do that, let me run IRC. Go run main go. See if this works, and if it doesn't work, then yeah, okay. Login authentication failed. Okay, fair enough. Priv MSG. Can I just still send messages anyway? Oh, well, it closed, so moot point. Right. Okay, so we're gonna get client access. And we get this token, and then user access and then authenticate. And that is our client token, user access, Control C. Yep. And I'm gonna open a incognito mode so it's not saved in the search history. Authenticator app, okay. Alright, okay. I don't think that was on stream, I hope not at least. And then we're gonna do that. Alright, get our little code. And that'll be our code. I think everything's good here. Yep. And then our access token, we're gonna get our access token and put that in the environment. And let's see if that works. Login unsuccessful. Why? Okay. successful. Right, because we have user access. This is our code. Authorization code. Client access. And then authorize scope state. Huh. Okay, so authorize. I don't know, maybe. Do I give a shit if it's in my browser history? Oh, okay. Alright, so let's authorize the bot. Maybe it was just because I was in a private window. Okay, and then user access. Send. And let's use this here. Compile and run. Still login unsuccessful. Why is that? Ooh, okay. Well then. Well. Interesting. Unsuccessful. Why is my login unsuccessful? Client ID. Client ID. So we have client access, we have client credentials, user access. Right, because client access, we get the same. Okay. This is a conundrum, and you guys have no idea what the fuck I'm doing. So, you know, there's that. Which I find hysterical. Right, okay. Let's see. Is it... Is a Twitch developer... my console... Oh, okay, because I don't have any, account, no, not account settings, shut up, log out, I apologize for this, experiencing a little bit of technical difficulties. I guess, well, yeah, okay, so I guess, yeah, authorize, yeah, sure. Do I not have any applications? Applications. I had an Okay. Let's go to the Twitch developer. There we go. Login with Twitch. Authorize. My console. Okay. Apparently I don't have any applications, even though I did literally yesterday. Local host 3. Select a category. This is a chatbot. Confidential. Client name already exists. Yeah? Oh my god. Yeah, I know. Okay. Let's log out, log in. What do I do? Bulk swap. I gotta do 338184. Maybe it's under this account? Yeah, okay, so it's under this account. Alright, there we go. Whew. Oh, yeah, everything's okay. Everything is A-okay for me right now. It's just I don't know why it's failing. User read. Oh. Okay, hold on. Read chat plus user, or no, plus chat sent 3A read char? Yeah, because char is a thing. Plus chat sent 3A edit. Do that. Authorize. And then let's get this code. And we're gonna try and do. See, so I told you this is gonna be a load of fucking bullocks. And that's kind of why I named it the bullock spot. Because this is now getting frustrating. Yeah, there we go. Okay, Pog. Alright. Alright, so we have working authentication. So I just had to do a little bit of that. Before I go back to the main screen, we're gonna do that. I'm gonna make sure I don't leak anything else. Okay. Alright, so I think I'm okay in showing my desktop right now. Okay, here we are. Here we are. Alright, so here's what we have. We have a working application. There we go. Alright. So then... yeah, we're gonna create these little constants up here. Not really constants, but we're gonna say IRC URL, which is, yeah, I think it's gonna be a URL, and these are gonna be global variables. I don't really like global variables. But there's really nothing I can do about it. I mean, yeah. Twitch WSS URL string is this. And Twitch port is 443. Actually, I'm gonna make this a digit. This is UN8. Right. 255. UN16, sorry. There we go. We're gonna FMT sprintf. I'm gonna do the base URL, right? Okay, and then Twitch scheme, I guess, yeah. String is WSS. We're just separating everything out. And we're gonna say, you know what, let's do UN8, because I know what this is it's reading errors down the file, and it's not formatting everything, but we're gonna leave that like that. Okay, so it's %s, and then colon %d, and that is going to be the Twitch scheme, the Twitch WSS URL. I could have just said base URL. Yeah, let's do base URL. And then the Twitch port. And that is our URL. IRC URL. There we go. And of course that is untyped int, right? Okay, so overflows. Good job. Twitch base URL. All right. Okay. All right. And we're gonna do bot name string is polshkrev. Great. So we have a working application for once on a stream. Imagine that, eh? Imagine having a working application on a stream. Not in my stream. And then we're gonna say name message string and is equal to this. And this is going to be bot, whoops, bot name. Just so it's clean. We have all these constants up here, you know, and I think I'm going to write a settings package too. This is going to be a fucking nightmare to edit and upload. And then we do the same thing, but for the auth. Do auth message string. There we go. And we're going to do yo. Oh. Environment. And we're going to say the token. Not to be confused with Tolkien. I've been watching a lot of South Park recently. Ignore me. Or don't. I don't really care. Okay. There we go. Right. Auth message. There we go. We keep everything nice and clean. We got our constants. We got our variables. There we go. Okay. And I think what I'm going to do real quick is we're going to make a little settings package. And we're going to say settings.go and settings. Let's use JSON for right now because it's a network application. So let's do what kind of settings do we need? Well, these. Yeah, okay, so let's do that, right? Okay, and let's do a little magic here. So these are our keys. And we got that. And let's see, and then what I can do is that, and comma, and the last one doesn't need a comma, and we're gonna just format document. There we go. Okay. That's fine for now, and then we can kill WSS because that is the base URL. Oh, okay, so it's WSS:// right? // there we go. I like it. I like it a lot. And then what I can do here is do, whoops, that, actually, hold on, that, come on, let's see, okay, so we're gonna do that, no, alright, well, we're just gonna copy. All right, and then package settings, type settings, which is a structure, and we're gonna do these, which are bot name string. Environment file name string, Twitch token, Twitch scheme, Twitch base, your Twitch port, right? Maybe what I can do, yeah. Okay, let's do struct Twitch settings structure, and we're gonna do, there we go, and we're gonna do, oh, okay, I typed struct twice, it's type, string, this is a string, this is a string, and this is a uint16, and we're gonna get rid of Twitch, and we're gonna say Twitch, right? Yeah, Twitch, which is going to be Twitch settings. And we're going to say these are, oh, okay, yeah. So then we're going to do home and backtick JSON oh, okay, yeah. This can just be Twitch, and here we go. Okay, so let's do bot name, environment name, and Twitch, and then what we can do is Twitch format document just so we can see everything. There we go. Okay. rid of Twitch, the whole word. Match whole word, Twitch. Oh. There we go. And then, right, okay. So that's token key. Right, okay, so let's do backtick JSON. It's JSON Control Shift P is camel case. Done. And then load, which will take in file dot path, and we'll return a read-only settings object. Right, we're going to return go polutils must file dot read object settings, and we're gonna say file. There we go. And then we can more or less get rid of these. Yeah. Yeah. And we're going to say var is our global settings object. To settings load file dot path from parts. Oh, and then I do var or const, I should say. Yeah, const setting folder. I do folder just so that I know. Settings folder name and suffix which is a file suffix and is equal to file JSON. There we go. Okay. And this is how we load files. Name settings.suffix. Or what I could do is say var path file path is essentially this. And then we do dot path. I guess we'll say config for now. settings. Alright, okay, so config dot environment file name, and then config Twitch token key, config Twitch scheme, config Twitch base URL, config Twitch port, config bot's name, typo. Okay, yeah, that should be good. And just to make sure we're all working and happy. Oh, file not found does not exist. 27. Right, because, okay, so we're not passing in any folder. New URL. Parse. Go 27. Load environment. Just file. Environment file name. I just print settings real quick. Config. Did this go correctly? No. Right, so environment file name. Okay, ooh, that might have leaked something. Whoops, that might have leaked something. We'll change that in a minute. I don't really care. I'll cut this out of the VOD. And there's no one watching right now, so I think we're fine. I'll refresh the token after this. Where was I? No. Oh, Golang load from JSON. Yeah. Environment name. File name. Environment file name. Whoops. This should work. And there we go. It works. All right. Okay, and then I'm gonna print. I don't need this right now. It's fine. Yeah. Okay. Right, auth message, name message. And then, all right, so we're gonna send a message in the chat real quick. So then we're gonna copy this, and we're gonna say fmt print line, or no, we're gonna say, whoops, what the fuck did I just copy? All right, and we're gonna say fmt print line, or s printf. %s $, my channel name, and colon, and we're gonna say I guess hello world is fine. Yeah. And this is gonna be Muddles message. See what happens. Do we get a hello world in the chat? Yeah, we get a hello world in the chat. All right, there we go. As you can see, here I'll hold it up to the camera here. Here, look, I'll switch to full screen. You can kind of see, that's my phone, Bollock Spot, hello world. Right in there, and then focus. Yeah. All right. I'm excited. Wow. We get a hello world. Right? And then so if I go to the other one, right? So we do that, we read, yeah, and then I have to handle messages. Yeah. Wow. I could have written this in Java personally. Yeah. Oh, I never joined. That's a problem. Okay, so we're gonna do another one of these. And in settings, we're gonna go to Twitch port, I guess, channel name, just a string, JSON, channel name, and I'm gonna add that to my settings. Channel name is polshkrev. That's me. Ooh, all right, let's get some poggers in chat for working application. Join message, models.join with config Twitch channel name. Oh, and then I need a hash. And config Twitch channel name. And we get a second hello world in chat. This is excellent. This is brilliant. And then if I say, oh, well, I need to do that in a separate Go routine, which is great. Okay. So let's actually do that. Go func, so that I have console commands, right? Yeah. Or can I do that? Yeah, okay, so, well, yeah, okay. Alright. I'm on full screen. Even streaming this. Yeah, I just realized. I'm a professional fucking streamer. Oh, it's been a long couple of weeks since I've been gone. But yeah, I think we're just gonna end the stream there. Luckily, I'm already on the face cam, so I don't need to switch inputs. Right, okay, so if you want to check out the repository, it'll be in the description of the VOD when this is uploaded to YouTube. VOD channel is in the About page if you're on Twitch. Always is, always have. GitHub as well, same place. Yeah. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you're on Twitch, make sure you drop a follow. If you're on Instagram, subscribe. Leave something in the comments. Instagram. Did I say Instagram? I did say Instagram. If you're on YouTube, make sure to hit the follow. If you're, yeah. Is that it? I think that's everything. All right, that's gonna do it for today. We have accomplished a working IRC connection. It is step 1 in the chatbot. It is step 1. We are going to be streaming tomorrow, probably at early afternoon. I'll say that early afternoon Eastern time, probably about 1 or 2. For those that watch me in Europe, I know my demographics. I look at my analytics. For those that watch me in Europe, that will be 13, 14 o'clock. It's an awful joke. Yeah. So anyway, thank you for watching. Stay safe. Peace.